Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Success. In today's video, we will be going through 6 jaw-dropping events that will happen by 2050. Before we get into the countdown though, I want to let you guys know that we will be picking one lucky subscriber every month to win a shout out at the start of a video. All you must do to enter is subscribe to our channel, like the video, and comment down below saying I subscribed. Good luck guys. Now without any further ado, let's get into the countdown. Number 6. Future phones. The smartphone revolution is only a little more than a decade old, but already seems like the device that none of us can live without is hitting a technological wall. Their power, battery life, and ease of use simply can't be significantly improved upon, which has many in the tech industry thinking about what comes next. While the answer isn't clear, they certainly have a few ideas, and they all point to the inevitably that within the next decade, the smartphone as we know it will become a thing of the past. What we do know is that many of this forthcoming adolescence can already be seen in today's smartphones. Apple and Samsung, by far the two largest smartphone manufacturers, have recently been focusing heavily on upgrades to their voice-based artificially intelligent virtual assistants, a trend we can expect to continue. Also, augmented reality features which overlay the real world with digital objects and interfaces are becoming more mainstream. The next-gen personal computing devices may look more like small, unobtrusive AR headsets, but even further into the future, your device may actually become a part of your brain. Tesla founder Elon Musk announced the formation of a new company called Neural Inc., the sole goal of which is to perfect neural lace technology, a brain-computer interface which will finally close the gap between our minds and our machines. Number 5. Smarter than smart AI. Recent advances in artificial intelligence, or AI, are as thrilling as they are scary. Facebook's experiments with AI chatbots resulted in two bots promptly creating a new language that only they could understand before the plug was pulled. And that's only one recent example. Some of the world's smartest people are of the opinion that AI poses a greater threat to mankind than any other technology. It may be mind-blowing to you that you can ask Siri to queue up your favorite song and make her learn how to pronounce your friends' names correctly, but those working on the technology have far loftier goals in mind. Ray Kurzweil is an authority on this subject, which is why Google has tasked him with figuring out ways to improve and even revolutionize its search engine technology. He thinks that on its current course, research into artificial intelligence will produce an AI that will pass the Turing test, meaning that in conversation it will be indistinguishable from a human being no later than 2029. Of course, the threat is that once an AI surpasses human intelligence, it will decide that our existence is no longer necessary, which is why many have called for strict controls on the technology as it matures to prevent what might be called the Skynet scenario. Number 4. Extended life and reverse aging. The slow march of time has been the enemy of mankind for our entire history, but many scientists believe that this doesn't have to be the case forever, or even for very much longer. Increasingly, aging is coming to be seen by the scientific community not as some inevitable mystical process, but as a destructive biochemical one, and one that with the right technology can be prevented, or even reversed. Ray Kurzweil, for his part, believes that biotech upgrades will add 1 year of life expectancy to our own current lifespans every year beginning in 2020. These encapsulate myriad technologies from computerized 3D printed implants to stem cell therapies to genetic engineering, a technology which is already a reality thanks to CRISPR. This gene editing technique is currently undergoing rigorous testing in China. Relaxed regulations compared to the US allow for a wider variety of techniques to be examined. A stunning array of universities and institutions are pursuing these technologies, and they're making some bold predictions. The Global Brain Institute thinks that humans will reach their 120th birthdays by 2050. Number 3. Cancer cure. A cure for cancer has long been the holy grail of medicine, and it's eluded us in large part because cancer is not just one disease. A wide range of malignancies that attack the body in completely different ways fall into the range of cancer, meaning that there cannot truly be a one-size-fits-all cure, unless perhaps there can be. Recent developments have seen a completely new approach to treating cancer in all of its forms, and they're promising enough that some experts are claiming that an end to cancer is in sight. In 2016, researchers announced a new treatment that acts as a universal cancer vaccine, a bit of a misnomer since it is given to patients that already have the disease. The treatment uses tiny amounts of the patient's own DNA to prompt the immune system to attack tumors, an unprecedented technique that has shown a great deal of promise. Similarly, groundbreaking new methods of treatment are sure to follow, but even aside from that, the statistics are encouraging. Earlier diagnosis and more effective treatments, along with plummeting rates of tobacco use, have resulted in a 1% decline in cancer deaths every single year since 1990. A recent analyst from 2 universities in the UK has suggested that by 2050, cancer mortality for patients under the age of 80 will dwindle to 0. Number 2. Space travel. Elon Musk has been in the news often as his private aerospace company SpaceX has been ramping up activity. The company is the first entity, public or private, to launch a recycled rocket into space. The standardization of their techniques could make rocket launches up to 30% cheaper, which is a good starting point, but all Musk has ever really wanted is to make space travel accessible and affordable to the public, and they may very well be closing in on that mission. Their next goal is to be able to reuse a rocket within 24 hours, putting spaceflight on more of a playing field with a commercial aircraft. In terms of how often they can be reliably launched, while space tourism remains far out of reach for the general public, some, including NASA astronauts Don Thomas, are predicting that this won't be the case in as little as 10 years. Number 1. Self-driving cars. Self-driving car technology has come a very long way in just the past 5 years or so, but if some very smart people are correct, what we've seen from the tech so far is just the tip of the iceberg. A recent study by microprocessor giant Intel predicts that we will see technology ramp up very quickly, becoming an $800 billion industry by 2035 and exploding into a $7 trillion revenue stream by 2050. Intel refers to this revenue stream as the passenger economy, which takes into account goods and services that will benefit from the rise of fully autonomous vehicles, as well as more intangible benefits like saving time and energy. The package delivery and transportation industries will undergo a seismic shift, and transportation fatalities will practically cease to exist. Intel predicts that between 2035 and 2045, over 500,000 lives will be saved by self-driving cars. A separate study conducted by IHS Automotive agrees, reaching the conclusion that by 2050, nearly every car on the road will be autonomous. This one prediction that appears to be right on point. General Motors announced that as soon as this year, they'll be introducing a next-generation Chevy Bolt that will be fully autonomous and won't even come equipped with a steering wheel and pedals. Well, there you have it, guys. That was 6 jaw-dropping events that will happen by 2050. If you did enjoy this video, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video.